Hello and welcome everyone back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. The second case is on Riddle on the Rails. Hope you're excited for this one. I'm certainly excited after we successfully concluded the first case. So let's jump into this one and see what happened here.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. Certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Oh,
Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself.
okay.
You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very
Oh,
much
snap.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Mycroft Holmes, the famous brother of Sherlock, and known from the books, that Sherlock himself says that Mycroft is probably even better
Look after
at
Mrs. Hudson for us,
deductions
Toby.
than he is. However, Mycroft is just not interested in being a detective and instead works for the government, which, as you could see, Holmes is not a big fan of. What's going on here? A letter? The Strand, the grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Black Peter, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source was more than sufficient to conclude that the murderer of Peter Carey was Patrick Kearns, one of Carey's former harpooners. In fact, the dangerous criminal was caught single-handedly by brave Inspector Lestrade in a hand-to-hand fight. Patrick Kearns is now sentenced to death. Oof. I'm not so sure about that. I didn't want him to die. Okay, we got a harpoon as a souvenir. Chronicle, yeah. Personality ranking justice seeker. Oof, I'm not sure how I feel about that. He got...
This is where I keep my post.
executed. But I guess that was the time, right, as a murderer. Anything in the telescope? Oh, the lady is still there. That is nice, I guess. There's the harpoon. Yeah, I'm there. That's nice. Okay, I guess we are off to
Holmes,
meet with
please
the
call a
bee
cab
friend.
while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
It was nice to see our brother.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
1 week later. There was, by the way, the second mention of the Merry Man. I think we read an article about it before. I think so. So that's interesting. Maybe kind of an overarching story.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase.
Oh, poor Watson.
But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
Okay, mysterious. It's foggy, it's night. And
It's
we have
too
a ghost
dark.
train.
Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
Okay. The next morning, very early. I couldn't... What is he reading? I would like to see what book Holmes is reading.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
That's beautiful. Inspect the scene. Let's do it. So... Ooh. I like the music. Okay, that's our imagination talent. We clearly heard the train.
This
We
is the
saw
place where we
lights.
saw the train vanish last night.
Yeah.
Railway sleepers. Nothing unusual. A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train.
Alright, sleepers.
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground.
Okay.
The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here. There are
Interesting.
no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising. This investigation won't be simple. We shall require a map of the region.
Perhaps the station master could lend us one.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we have a vanishing train that just disappeared right before the station.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, You are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
True. Let's have a look at him. Ooh, there was something. Fully grey hair. Honorary badge. Okay. Quite dirty there. It's interesting. Lots of earth, yeah. That's unusual. And a wedding ring. So, any information about the train?
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
Okay. Do you have a railway map?
I would be glad to have a detailed map of the local railway district.
But of course, please, take the one that's pinned inside the waiting hall.
Okay.
See you later, my good man.
Let's see, where do... That's not the waiting hall. What's this?
Railway post bags.
Okay. Let's see. That's quite a peculiar case, right? A vanishing train. Wasn't this the map? No. Private means we can investigate. Message to all station. Mr. Robinson is located at Bridlington Station.
A new telegram.
I think we should meet this Mr. Robinson.
Okay. Line Nottingham, London. Type train. LNER. Composition locomotive coal. Locomotive, coal car, first class car, postal wagon, special wagon. Ordered by Mr. Robinson. Second class car.
Here is the train set.
Interesting. So we now know who was part of the train.
A telegraph.
Really like the music here. Okay. There are people. We'll have a look at that later. Thing here. Is that the map? There, yes. Please select it.
This map will be useful.
Perfect. Okay, we're here at Evesham. I wonder if we can travel, but I do want to look around a little further here. We're in there. It's like a storage room. What's this?
An old locomotive bell.
Guess spare parts? Yeah.
This part is probably from a locomotive. This place serves as a storage area for the station.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
This part is probably from a locomotive.
Okay, good to know that we have some spare parts here. Watson! Okay. Let's see if I can talk to the people there. Dialogue. The train vanished. Oh, the vanished train was off. Okay, so we have to talk to him. Okay. Oops. Nope. Nope. This way. Let's talk to the station master again then. There we go.
According to the train composition report, there was a special wagon. What does that entail?
That's a highly secure car, ordered by a private party. It is generally to carry something of value. Those wagons have iron walls, you know, without any windows. And they're fitted with a complex key lock.
That is important information. Do you know what was inside this particular wagon?
Certainly not. No, that's private. And it's not my responsibility to allot the wagons to whoever.
Okay. Can you tell me anything about the passengers of the train?
Was there anything exceptional about any of the passengers aboard the train?
What do you mean? Like officials? I wouldn't know. Oh, but now that you mention it, yes, there was something. There was a message from Bridlington's station saying that the train had been delayed because of an issue with the passengers. But what kind of problem that they didn't say?
That is interesting.
So tell me about Bridlington Station.
You mentioned a problem at Bridlington Station.
Yeah.
I should like to visit this station. Could you mark it on the local map?
Of course. It's a suburban railway station. You might take a cab there.
Okay.
See you later, my good man.
So, okay, we could now go to Bridlington. We have this dialogue option. Solve the mystery, find out what happened to the special wagon. Okay. Here we have the station master. Do we have anything here? Special wagon. No. Okay. So nothing here yet. Oh, off to Bridlington then. There we go. Bridlington train station. Okay, let's see. Hey, Watson! Who are you? Angry passenger?
This is an absolute scandal. It's always the same with these rail companies. No respect for the customer.
Let's have a look at him. Okay. Work clothes. Something. Cheap ticket. Married. Big bulge. And rough skin.
Please calm down, sir. What is your concern?
Concern? What is my concern? I'll tell you what my concern is. Last night I were on the train as usual with my colleague, heading home. Then along came this ridiculous ticket inspector, who started arguing that our tickets were invalid. He made us get off the train, and he was extremely rude about it.
Okay, so I clearly wanted to clear that
Were you
train.
aboard the train that vanished last night?
Yes, I heard that it disappeared. But I don't care because we would have stopped before then anyway. Our tickets were valid and no doubt about it. And then, to top it all, the ticket inspector pushed everyone else out too, except for a bunch of rich. Well, of course their type don't need a ticket.
I see.
Can you recall anything more specific about this fortunate group?
Well, yes. They were all foreigners. Spanish-looking toffs with snake eyes.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay, a little bit of racism in there. Who is this guy?
Good day to you, sir.
Good day. To whom am I speaking?
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is...
Are you a representative of this damned railway company? Because I have a complaint.
We
Looks
are
like
not
John
from the
Goodman.
railway company. We are...
Well, in that case, Mr. Shamrock Flomes, please excuse me. But I'm not in the
Shamrock
mood for idle
Flomes.
chit-chat at the moment.
Oh, he's lovely. Australian hat. Australia, mate. Pretty fine clothes, I would say, yeah. Expensive clothes. Heavy gold ring. Ooh. Wait. Kangaroos on there? Fancy shoes, crocodile skin.
You must be Mr. Robinson, is that correct?
Oh, that's
Yes.
the Mr. Robinson.
I am leading the investigation of the disappearing train. It would help if you could answer my questions.
Ah, well, all right. I have nothing to hide.
Okay, can you tell me anything about the special wagon that you ordered?
I presume it was you who placed the order for the special wagon.
Yes. It was to transport my valuable prototype safely to London. My prototype is a revolutionary device. It is capable of producing electricity. I'm a businessman and an engineer.
Okay.
I had already found several potential customers for my invention. But I was very optimistic about the directors' board who were travelling on the train last night.
Okay.
You mentioned a director's board. Which company do they own?
The Chilean Barcazas Company. I had made an appointment with them. Now they are lost, along with the train and my prototype.
What do you know about the Barcazas company?
It's a large South American company. They showed a great deal of interest in my prototype, and they seemed wealthy enough to do business with.
Okay. So what's the value of that prototype?
This revolutionary machine of yours, was it very valuable?
For God's sake, sir, it is priceless. It could change the world we live in, and yet I was selling it for almost nothing. I am a humanitarian, you see.
Of course you are.
I do
yeah.
not know if I will ever be able to get over this disaster. I cannot believe that it disappeared with that damned train.
So you were not on the train?
Mr. Robinson, could you please clarify? Were you traveling alongside your prototype?
Yes, I was. But I had to step off the train. And all because of this stupid station master.
I received a telegram declaring that an important person, a Mr. Bromsby, wished to see you in the waiting room. I merely informed you of this.
Mr. Bromsby is a wealthy gentleman. His interest in my invention was truly unexpected. So yes, of course, I agreed to see him. Unfortunately, he wasn't there. I thought perhaps he might have been delayed, so I chose to wait a while. But despite my requests, the train left the station without me. Absolutely unacceptable.
Interesting.
The timetable is strict. We cannot wait any longer. The regulations require the train to be on time.
You are an idiot. You will pay for it. I will sue you.
Okay. True
The
humanitarian.
ticket inspector forced
Clearly.
all the passengers from the train except for the directors of the Barcazas Chilean company.
That's certainly suspicious. Let's see. Okay, what do we have to pick here from? The Chilean stay on the train was just a coincidence. The train conductor overlooked them. Unlikely. The directors of the Chilean Barcazas company were Intentionally left on the train. The controller removed all the passengers from the train except for the Chilean. Yeah, I mean, for now that seems the most likely. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. Look at this. What do we have
The
here?
insurance policy for Robinson's machine.
Oh.
A significant sum.
Oh. Just organized by Thomas L. Robinson for his... L probably stands for... Linguini. Thomas Linguini Robinson for his prototype called the Autonomous Electricity Generator. This policy partially covers the loss of the prototype up to 50% of its value. Maximum cover amount £15,000. Insurance duration 1 year, renewable.
A telegraph.
Let's talk to the station master. He seems to be a young guy.
Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am investigating the unfortunate disappearance of last night's train.
I see. I'm Station Master Bertram, but my supervisor has not informed me about this. I do not know if...
Do not worry. I have only a few questions.
Well, first and foremost, let's have a look at this fella. Young age, clearly. Clean clothes. Instructions. And ink smudges.
Station Master Everett from Evesham told us that you reported a problem with some passengers last night.
Indeed. This train is a regular line for those who work at Nottingham. But yesterday, everyone was asked to get off the train here at my station. I've no idea why, and it delayed the train. But the worst of it is that now I have to deal with 2 furious passengers who are complaining about the company's service. They stayed here the whole night, but people do not usually pay much attention to the regulations, you see. There are very strict and clear rules. Paragraph 234 of Article 2G-43 states that in the event of a complaint, you must...
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. I understand.
Okay, he's very much by the rules.
Apart from the passengers disembarking, did you notice anything else that was unusual last night?
I did, and I mentioned it in my report to our higher management on the matter.
What was it?
Sorry, but I can't tell you. The station master's reports are confidential.
Confidential, you say. How long have you been working here?
I've worked here long enough to be quite capable of managing a railway station.
Oh, that is a lie. You are a rookie station master.
Let me speak frankly, Mr. Bertram. Your age and your lack of confidence in your position are quite apparent. You cannot deny that you have only recently completed your studies.
I was at the top of my class.
Listen here, young man. I am aware that you wish to protect yourself behind all these regulations, but I represent the law.
And you are obstructing the investigation of an important case. I would suggest that you cooperate with Mr. Holmes. Think of your career.
Exactly.
Ah, that is... Well, I'll tell you everything.
Thank you.
First of all, I scolded the ticket inspector, for it was he who asked the passengers to leave the train. It was not his right to do so. He was very rude. And then, later on, I received a most peculiar telegram from my colleague at Chesterfield Station, the next stop along the line.
Okay. Tell me more about the strange message.
What did the telegram say?
Well, that was the peculiar thing. It was almost unreadable. It was full of errors and awfully vague. It was hard to understand if the train had correctly passed that station or not. You can read it for yourself.
Does sound peculiar.
We ought to visit Chesterfield Station. We need to confirm if the station master saw the train or not.
Yeah. Chesterfield Railway Station. That is not great in terms of writing. Okay, so we now need to... Oh, we have updates here on these two guys. Now we could go to Chesterfield, okay. Let's look, before we go there, let's have a quick look around here. Just to get familiar with the area. If we can find anything here. It's the waiting room. Left luggage. Do we have anything here?
Railway post bags.
Doesn't seem that way. They also have a warehouse. Not as many spare parts here. Okay, this is leaving the area. Okay, so I guess next stop Chesterfield Station. But this is where we go next time. This seems to be another interesting case of a vanishing ghost train. So, we will continue our investigation next time at Chesterfield Station. Thank you all for joining me for today's episode of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. If you enjoyed the episode, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. Also, if you want to go the extra mile in supporting the channel, please check out the Patreon link down below. And also check out the link to the Discord in order to talk with us on a daily basis. I will be back with more Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments tomorrow. Until next time, have a great time. Bye-bye.